Did you guys enjoy the slideshow? Excuse me while I have a vape. That is good. Alright, let's get on with this review. So, if you could tell by the slideshow in the beginning of the video, we're going to be reviewing some vapor stands today. These come to me via Mark at Tailored Vaping. Hey Mark, thank you very much for making this review possible. Kudos to you, brother. Okay, so these stands, I am going to go from smallest to largest in presentation. The first stand on the agenda is going to be the Micron. This stand I really enjoy because it is so compact. This is perfect, for the office, for desktop. It tucks nicely away, out of the way, and it's perfect for the guys or girls that are using the Ego EVOD style pens. They do fit perfectly into this three-tier design stand. And also these bigger holes fit 30 ml bottles of juice perfectly. I'm sure that you could stick a 26650 mod in there. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I do not have a 26650 mod yet. And then up front here we have our slots for our EVOD, Ego tanks, our Pro tanks, and pretty much whatever you can fit inside those holes. So that there is the Micron. Three-tiered design, full acrylic, stainless steel and black colored hex screws put these stands together. Next up is the Hebe. Whoops. The Hebe, another acrylic stand, three-tiered design. This one's great because it's just a bit bigger than the Micron, and it's got a box mod slot, and I do believe that this would be for a 26650 mod or just your regular 22mm mods. Just to show you, this is my Atomo, which is a 22mm mod. It fits in there quite nicely, and you can see the play that is involved, or the free space that is in that slot as well. And another great thing about these stands is that with the three-tiered design, you can pick these up, move them with all your stuff on them, and it's not going to move around on you. So that is the Hebe. Alright, next up on the agenda is the Nova. This is the next size up. This one, personally, I'm not a big fan of the style of this stand, but nonetheless, this is a very good looking stand. I had a couple of friends come by and they were quite impressed by the design of this stand, with what appears to be a butterfly, a flower, and then another flower on the base. This one also has your box mod cutout. We also have new cutouts on this size of stand, which are the hole cutouts that are just slightly bigger than 22mm, and they've got kind of a rectangle cutout. Now what I do believe that those are for the 22 millimeter mods, or something that's slightly bit bigger than 22 millimeters, that has the button on the side of the cylinder, and that's what I believe that these slots are for. I also thought that they might have been for a ZNA type mod. I'm not too sure if a ZNA will fit in there. I do not own one at the moment, but we can see that this one has multiple 26650 slots. Also, they fit these slots, these 26650 slots. I'm going to call them 26650 slots because that's what they appear to be to me. Now, there is something on this one that the Heeb did had, but I did not discuss. Now you can see in the bottom of this that there are multiple holes cut in the base. Now these are not for screws, these are for 510 connections. They're the perfect size for 510 connections. I'll just show you the bottom of the base while I put a 510 connection RBA into the bottom of this. Now you can see right there that 510 connection fits perfectly into that slot, and what that is doing is allowing your 510 connecting RBAs, RDAs, tanks to sit on these stands without resting on the center pin. In my opinion, I do not like having my 510 connections sitting on the firing pin, just because I don't want to ruin that pin. I mean, in some cases, some of these RDAs, they don't have extra parts available for them, extra connecting pins available to buy. Maybe they do online. As far as I know, they don't for certain products. And for the simple fact that I know everybody who owns a 510 connection tank or RDA or RBA has tried to put this down on a desk and tirelessly tried to balance this sucker on a desk to make sure it stands up perfectly, and then they spend the time to get it balanced, and then 2 seconds later it falls over and you've got a scratch in your tank RDA, whatever it may be. Now, construction on these stands is awesome. Very durable. The full acrylic on all 3 levels. What I do believe are stainless steel, or I don't know, maybe they're even galvanized, I'm not too sure, but these threaded posts here are really durable, and the flex on this acrylic, this one has a little bit more flex, but I mean, that's as far as I can get it to go, or that I dare to let it go. I don't know the thickness of this. From what I can tell, I do believe it to be, it appears to be 1/8 to 3/16 thick acrylic. Very nice, very shiny product. Okay, let's move on from the Nova to what has to be the best looking out of all 5 stands, the Cranium. This one, when you first see a picture of this or see it in person, it is quite a dramatic looking stand with the skull and then the round circle and what appears to me to be a gear in the back. Kind of looks like a Gears of War kind of style of stand. Very intense looking. Now, if you saw in the slideshow, I had the bottom of this skull loaded with drip tips, Yeah, that looks pretty kick-ass, I think. But that's what these holes are for, is your drip tips. And I'm not too sure how these stands are made, if they're CNC'd or if they're milled or if they're injected this way. I don't think they're injected this way because I can see some tiny tool marks on the inside of these cutouts, but they're machined, or whatever they are, really nicely, these drip tips, especially if you have a drip tip with really good O-rings on it. It pretty much clips right in there. That's how tight the tolerances are on these, and I really like that, because then you can pick up the stand, move it around, you know, look, I'm shaking it, and those drip tips aren't going anywhere. So that is awesome. Another great feature to these stands. Let me just put those drip tips back. Yes, this one, very intense looking. Now, these stands, excluding the Micron and the Hebe that I showed you, the first two stands I showed you, and including the last stand I'm going to show you, the one after this one, all three of these levels, the top piece, the middle deck, and the base, are all customizable for color. You have 7 different color options on tailoredvaping.com of which color you would like to see on the top, middle, and bottom. Me personally, I do like the impact of the red on the white, but if I were to purchase one of these, if these weren't given to me, I would have went with a red skull, a black middle deck, and a black base. I think that would make this stand stick out a lot. Not a lot better, but for me personally, I think it would make it look better, right? And that's something that Tailored Vaping has made available for you guys, to pick the color of the different levels, so you can, you know, it's not one-off stand. Everybody gets a black stand. You can, you know, have a stand that's purple, red, and yellow. You know, 7 different colors, which is unbelievable. As far as vape stands go, I've been looking around, shopping around. I have actually purchased a couple of other stands from a couple of different companies that actually, bizarrely enough, showed up almost at the same time that this stuff did. But those other stands that I have purchased, these ones are better quality, better design, and as far as, you know, your color selection goes on their website, that's where Tailored Vaping stands out from any other company, definitely with the customization of the colors. Now, getting back to the Micron and the Hebe and the Hector, which I'm about to show you guys, the stands with the clear acrylic center level, this is not customizable. Just this centerpiece on their website, as of right now, is not customizable. Just the top deck and the base are your 2 color options on these. Now, these stands range from, I think it's $15.99 to all the way up to $55, $56. So this is the Micron is going to be your least expensive, probably the most functional one for desktop, all the way up to I do believe that the Hector is the most expensive. I am just going to quickly have a look at the website. So yes, the Hector stand, which I'm about to show you, is the most expensive at $54.99 Canadian. Just to make the point across, on the website, at the top of the website, if you go and visit it, at the top of the website, it says for international shipping, please contact them. Please make sure you do that when you're on the website if you do not live in Canada. They will send you a quote for shipping. Now let's move on to the Hector. This is going to, well, it shouldn't take any effort because these stands are designed with the 3-tier levels. Shouldn't be difficult at all moving any of this stuff, and it isn't. I've got it, you know, slightly loaded with a couple of different things. Everything's scattered all over the place right now for this review, but this stand here right now is my go-to stand as far as all 5 of these go. This one, for my level of vaping, the products that I have chosen to use as the mods and the RDAs and the RBAs go, this one's the most functional for me because it's got multiple, you know, huge, we've got the huge 26650 slots in there. You know, I'll throw my box mod in here, my Canna, and my iTaste MVP. I'll usually rest it, you know, right off to one of these sides here when it's laying flat. And then, you know, all your 30 ml bottles of juice will fit in there. They'll all stay tucked away. I mean, look at this. I have this stand, you know, on a 45-degree angle. Nothing is falling out of this stand whatsoever. You know, we've got our slots for our batteries. You know, I've got an 18650 in there. We've got a what is it, an 18350. I've got, you know, I've got a couple RDAs stuck in these slots here. I've got drip tips up front. You know, I've got my Pro tanks and my EVOD tanks up front. You know, I've even made use of this Ego style or Ego EVOD style pen slot for my tweezers, because when I'm rebuilding my coils or whatever, these are just handy to have around. But you can see that, you know, this is an Ego, it fits in there perfectly. This is an EVOD, fits perfectly over there with the tank on it. I mean, these stands all around are very, very functional compared to what's out there on the market for acrylic stands. You know, just looking around on the internet, you can see the different styles that people are doing. You know, pros and cons to these stands from Tailored Vaping. Some stands offer the threaded 510 holes. That's because in most cases they don't have the tiered design to hold the RDAs up, so they're depending on the threaded holes to keep the RDA where it is, or the RBA, or your tank, whatever it may be with a 510 connection on it. Another con to this, the acrylic, any acrylic that you get, it's going to have a scratchability factor to it. It's going to scratch, especially on the darker colors like this black. Scratches, you know, not easily, but you know, the little micro scratches, I'm sure over, you know, you get the whole entire use out of the stand over a couple years, it's probably going to be scratched to piss. But you know, when you're just storing your stuff on it and most of the time all you're seeing is the stuff and not the stand, I don't think it's really going to matter. Pros to these stands, the setup on these things. The setup on these things is amazingly quick. When you first get these stands in the mail, at least the way that I received them, everything, each level was, everything was disassembled and flat packed. The top part was separated from the middle part, and the middle part and everything else was separated from the base, so there isn't anything rubbing against each other and scratching. Each individual piece is in its own heat sealed bag, and I do believe it was the base in the bag with the base was just a simple instruction pamphlet and a bag of a heat-sealed bag of screws, posts, and an Allen key. Every stand you buy will get an Allen key along with you know, all the hardware to assemble your stand. I assembled each one of these stands in under 10 minutes. I mean, in some cases under 5 minutes. Really easy, simple, self-explanatory to put these stands together. I had no problems whatsoever assembling any of these stands. So pros, yeah. Oh, another thing is on these stands, you can see how on the top we've got 1, 2, and we've got 3 screws. You notice how they're black? Well, in each kit you're gonna get an equal amount of black screws to chrome screws. So if you don't like the black screws on top, you can switch them out with the chrome screws, no problem. All the screws are the same size. There's no different sizes for anything else. There is a double threaded bolt that comes alongside with the regular bolts and the posts. Those are just like a they're a threaded bolt without a head on them. Those just go in between your middle level and your top level inside the threaded posts. Very easy and simple to put together, very durable stands. Like I said, you know, the scratch, you know, how not easily get scratched, but the little micro scratches are kind of getting on my nerves, but you know, it's something you got to deal with acrylic. As far as the way the packaging came and everything else like that, everything was good, awesome packaging. I'd just like to thank Mark again from Tailored Vaping for making this review possible. And to you guys, Mark has made these stands available to me at no cost, which means that I am now making these stands available to you guys. I am going to be doing a giveaway of 3 of these stands, 3 out of the 5 stands. The 3 stands that I'm going to be giving away is going to be, of course, this kick-ass cranium stand. I will be giving away the Micron stand, and I will be giving away the Nova stand. Now, as far as the other 2 stands go, this Hebe is going out to another YouTuber that will not be named at the moment. This is going to be for Tailored Vaping to get a little bit more exposure from another YouTuber with a whole bunch more subscribers. So I know that YouTuber will love this. They do not own one yet. They are a vapor, and they do use the e-cigarette batteries and the box style mods for other things as well. So got a little bit of dust there. So that one's going off to another YouTuber, and the big Hector stand is actually going into my 500 subscribers giveaway pile. So far in that pile we have the Hector stand. I will be giving away my Nemesis clone that I did a unboxing for. This one's from Can Vape. That's in the pile. Also in the pile will be 2 of the Helio RDAs with adjustable airflow. They're a 3-post design. Center post has the brick style holes in it, or the brick style post, I should say. And yeah, so far that's what's in the pile for the 500 subscriber giveaway. That one is going to be a blast. So, you know, subscribe, tell your friends, everything like that. So the way that this giveaway is going to be working is this one is going to be through Facebook. To get the details of the giveaway, you're going to have to go to my Facebook page, which is The Tool space King. The Tool, one word, space King. That's just the way I had to set it up on Facebook, unfortunately. And the details for this giveaway will be there. I'm not going to say any more about that because rule number 8, I do believe it's rule number 8 in YouTube's rules and regulations is that giveaways are not to be done through your channel or through YouTube, period. So I'm just going to avoid that completely, and I'm going to send you guys over to my Facebook page. You know, it's really easy to make an account for Facebook, but yeah, guys, go check out my Facebook page. Get yourselves entered in this contest. You do not want to miss out on these stands. The way it's going to work is, actually, I'm not going to go into details about it. You'll have to go to Facebook to find out how to get entered. Really simple. I'm not going to make you guys work too hard for this one. But again, thank you, Mark from Tailored Vaping, for hooking me up, brother. Really appreciate it. I'm going to try and get you some more exposure from another YouTuber, so stay tuned for that, and I will get back to you on that one, Mark. But yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Remember, get entered in this contest. I think it's probably going to be a week or two long contest. Not too sure yet, haven't made up my mind, but by the time this video's up, I would have already made up my mind. So okay guys, see you later.